Hey, good morning, everyone in English 10. Today we're going to be looking at the poet Emily Dickinson. She's the most famous American poet from the 1800s. So this video should be pretty short, so let me just get started to share my screen with you. Basically, she wrote nearly 1,800 poems. Her primary influences were from the Bible, Shakespeare, and 17th century metaphysical poets. These poets used these complex metaphors called conceits, and their topics were philosophical, including things like love, religion, morality, and scientific advancement. Those poets made these comparisons using things like the soul and something in the real world, like a spider or a tree. Emily Dickinson wrote poems on grief, love, death, loss, affection, and longing. Her poetry is largely based on hymns and ballads. She often uses an M dash to show contrast, abrupt change, or uncertainty. And she uses a lot of capitalization. Let's have a look at ballad meter. So ballad meter is a kind of fixed form of poetry, but not fixed like we talked about before. Example of a typical ballad. Here's one from Pokemon. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Right, so it's an A-B rhyme pattern, but the A lines have 8 syllables. I will travel across the land. 8. The B lines have 6 syllables, searching far and wide. So close in there. So basically it uses that alternating pattern throughout. So Emily Dickinson does that a lot in much of her poetry. So the next example is one of her poems, or it's an excerpt from a longer poem. Because I could not stop for death, kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. So it's not an A-B pattern, but it's A-B-C-B, right? So death and ourselves don't rhyme, but me, immortality, make a perfect rhyme. Here's the poem that you're going to be looking at today. It's called The Moon Was But a Chin of Gold. So you'll see this in Schoology. And that's it.